Hello everyone! My name is Kalahans and welcome back to this week's video. This week's video is going to be another one of those verbal patch notes videos I do. Verbal patch notes number 3. And we will be talking about a topic that's been on my mind recently, and that is the topic of compromise. Now, compromise works in two ways basically. In where it compromising works in everything we do, in our friends, in our friendships, relationships, our work, our school, or whatever things you do in your daily life. There is always a compromise involved, and of course, since there is compromise, there is two sides, and we've all been in those two sides: the one that needs to speak, and the one that needs to hear. Now, going on. When is compromise done? Basically, I'm going to be talking about compromise between mainly. Let's set an example. Compromising between two people. That will be our main example on this topic. So when is it done? First, it's done when all people or when everything involved are willing to take a compromise, willing to talk it out. When the intentions are clear. Meaning that in times of compromise, it's not the time to lie, it's not the time to be dishonest with all the parties involved. It's basically it's the time where you actually have to lay it out, lay everything out and come up with a workaround, because we are different people. Not all of us think the same way, and of course we don't want to offend other people. So we do our best to basically satisfy them as well as ourselves, because we can't just let them be the ones that are benefiting from the compromise. We should be doing that as well. So that being said, when is it done? It's very unpredictable when it happens. It could happen anytime, and you should be ready for it. And in terms of the friendship thing, I want to focus on the friendship thing. Usually when there's a fight happening in your friend group, or you're fighting with someone, think of it as a burning bridge. I drew this burning bridge image as a symbol of, say, if things go south, if things go too far, and basically you and someone else are basically on the verge of falling out, breaking friendship and all that, even breaking up in relationship terms. Yeah, it's basically a burning bridge, and think of it as something that you need to do something with, either to fix it or to just leave it, or to leave it like that. But I'll focus on that on the next slides. How does it fix a problem? Well, it needs direct. Oh, I said direct. Oh my god, direct. There we go. Direct communication. Usually, in compromising with other people, you need direct communication. No matter who they are, no matter what your relationship is with them, you need direct communication. Why? Well, think of it like this. It removes every assumption placed with everything or everyone involved. Okay, so again, as I said earlier, when going through a compromise, it's time to be transparent with all parties involved, because usually, I put assumptions there as the keyword, because that's mainly how fights happen or disagreements happen. Is when people assume that person A is thinking this, but in reality they are thinking that. And people are quick to judge. Like I have been judgmental before. You as a viewer have been judgmental before. Let's not deny it. Even though you say you don't mean to be judgmental, you've been judgmental before. Don't try and lie to yourself. Anyways, honestly, the goal in the first place is to remove every assumption and just be clear with everyone involved. And then what? the next choices will decide on what will happen next. What does this mean? Like the picture earlier of the burning bridge, it is up to you and everyone involved to come up with something that could either start anew or end end something. You have to sometimes you have to give up on something. I can't really give an example off the top of my head, but imagine that sometimes you and a friend grow apart, and that's okay. It doesn't matter really that you grow apart. You just want to make sure that you end on good terms, right? That's the important part. Now, saying all this, I kept my promise, and we're going to go through with our poem of the video. Again, this is another poem that I wrote. I'm using this series as basically a practice on my writing skills because, well, I'm not a writer, but you know, I like having the hobby of writing. So I'm practicing day by day, getting better, I guess. And I hope you guys that would read this poem or go through this poem with me get inspired in some way, because that really is a goal of this the series. Me yapping to you guys, but at the same time, I want the viewer or whoever you are, I want you, the viewer, to be a little more at ease in my channel, because this channel is a safe space. I'm not gonna judge you for whatever whatever uh, person you may be, except if you actually hurt other people. Then I'll judge you all I want. Yeah, I can't have any defense against those people. Anyways, the poem of the video, I titled this "Clueless" by me. At a time where one is given encouragement, within there lies an ulterior motive. Gather your forces, give in to your choice. See to it the subject does not feel fulfillment. You're obsessed with everyone knowing the truth, them not knowing how much malice lie in your words. Give in to your delusion, keep thinking it's going smooth. Abandoning your morals resulted in allies losing concerns. Here I sit in despair of watching your betrayal unfold. Throw away everything you built just to look like a knight. For each of your false accusations, my skin grows cold. You lost your way, and I have no intention to make it right. You're blind to your artificial benevolence. Keep spouting nonsense without concrete evidence. Utilizing my deepest regret to fuel your audience, you fail to see the flash of your eyes in pure malevolence. Everything didn't need to happen. We just needed to talk. Yet you refused to address me, someone who deserved it the most. You failed to see both sides of the coin. You kept the stock, prioritizing the destruction of your victim, maintaining your boast. You let them hear you out. Your mouth was wide open. Yet, in a moment of their doubt, your insecurities awoken. The bridge was already burnt. Now we both want it broken. Clueless you are, for I choose to wait, and you chose to stay unspoken. Now, really, in reality, when you read this poem, it really does have the theme of betrayal and breaking someone's trust. And everyone's gonna go through that. Someone will break your trust one way or another, and you're gonna have to be in both sides as well. You're gonna be the one who breaks the trust. You're gonna be the one that's trust who has been broken. You're gonna be the person whose trust has been broken. And you know what? That's okay. Just that don't act irrational. Allow yourself to feel your emotions during that time. And you know what? Don't rush to action. Don't basically how do I say this? Don't make your impulsive decisions based on your emotions, because at the end of the day, what could happen is that could end up hurting everyone involved, which is, of course, that's what we want to avoid. So this poem is very dear to me because I wrote this in a very difficult time, and because it's mainly so I want uh, I want to understand more that the perspective of the how do I say this? The perspective of the someone who got betrayed, because it's difficult to be betrayed, and if you get betrayed, you're gonna do your best to be the bigger person and be rational. It's not always the case, but you know what? When it comes to the compromising part of this type of situation, sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's too late to fix things because as people, you have made your decision, they have made their decision, and if those decisions don't align, it's better to just let go. It's not good to hang on to that mentality that it will get better between the both of you, because you'll just waste your time. They'll just waste their time, and we just gotta learn to accept that when it's time to let go, you need to let go. So again, sometimes it's too late, but if it's not too late, if you're still gonna hold on to that hope, if they're still holding on to that hope, you know what you should do? You go for it. You go for it. Try to fix it. Be the best person you can be to try and find a compromise for you and for them. This is a very important topic for me because it's very the topic of moving on from something difficult is very hard for me because I'm kind of an emotional person, but I'd rather it be I'd rather it be no drama. No, there's no. I don't want there to be drama involved. But if there would be drama, I just hope that both both me or both of the all of the parties involved are willing to be transparent, tell the truth, be open minded. Because if they don't, then the compromise is not going to be reached, and again, it's going to be too late if that's the repeating case. So, that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, leave a like. Let me know what you think of the video down in the comments below. And if you're new here and like this type of content or in my other content in general, like gaming content, consider subscribing. This is Skelehans, and I am out.